Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Codiak here, back for another Biomutant video, and we are just days away from the launch of one of the most anticipated open world RPG games this year. Now, you guys know we talked to Stefan Ljungqvist the other day, the creative director behind the game, and we asked him about next-gen performance. At the time, he wouldn't give us much, but now we have gameplay footage from the Xbox Series X and the PS5, which show us exactly what players on the current gen platforms will experience. Now we're going to start with the Xbox Series X because honestly, I think that's the most simple one to break down. It looks good. Everything looks crisp, playing at 4K, 60 FPS. No idea if that's capped or uncapped. They were specific about that in some of the other videos, but everything looks comparable to what I experienced on the PC, which was everything at ultra settings, everything at high frame rates. It felt really good, and the Xbox Series X seems to fall right in line behind that. I think players on that platform are going to get to experience the game in the best possible way. What I do really like too is that all of the gameplay clips that we've seen comparing all of the technical specs have been from the same region. Everything happens at Hope Hall. It's all of the same combat. For the most part, of course, there's variations, but we get to see the same environments, the same enemies, the same type of combat, and I think that's really important when comparing something. There's a consistency that allows you to look critically at something and truly compare it, as opposed to situations where you're looking at different gameplay clips and it's a lot more challenging to compare apples to apples. Now, where we run into some issues is on the PS5, and there is a big disclaimer right at the start. This is probably the reason why they didn't want to reveal all of this until right before launch, because this is kind of an issue and we need to talk about it. The disclaimer is this: the footage you're about to see has been captured on a retail PS5. With this build, the option for native 4K on PlayStation has been deactivated due to stability and performance-related reasons. What you see here is 1080p at 60 FPS upscaled to 4K at 60 FPS. It will remain deactivated for the release version too. It will not be a native current-gen experience. More information on that will follow soon though. Now the truth is this: a lot of players don't care about 1080p to 4K. They really just don't care. They want the frame rate to be there. They don't necessarily care if something is upscaled or native 4K. There are, however, plenty of people that do care about that. That's the reason why they upgrade their consoles, get into the current gen or next gen, because they want that performance boost. Now again, we are talking about 60 FPS across the board. If you're playing on the PS5, you will be playing at 60 FPS, but you're talking about an upscaled 1080p to 4K, and that is probably going to be a snag for some people. Hearing that there are stability and performance issues with native 4K is something that is a little bit of a red flag. Now, we've seen the gameplay clips from all of the other console platforms, the PC, the Xbox, the PlayStation. We do have a baseline. This is just them saying, look, we ran into issues at 4K native, we can't do it, we had to upscale to 1080p, and hopefully we will learn more about this. Maybe there will be a patch down the line, but they said this is going to be deactivated for the release version, so if you're expecting this to be fixed before launch, it's not going to happen. Now, this right here is kind of the reason why I like playing on a PC for most things that I do, because I don't have to worry about hardware limitations. Those limitations are pretty much in my control because I can upgrade components, I can get myself to a place where I can play these games. And yes, that is not super cost efficient, but it works for me. Now, if you're a console player, all of that control is out of the realm of possibility. You're limited by the hardware that PlayStation or Microsoft gives you, and you're limited by what the developers can accomplish on those platforms. So again, it's not a huge red flag. It is something that I think a few people will not like. I'm sure you guys will let us know in the comments if this sways your opinion about the game at all. And we are only talking about one platform, the PS5, and obviously the running joke is that most people still can't find PS5. So it's one of those things that, yes, this is a bummer. Yes, I'm sure the developers are upset about it. That's why they were probably being cagey with us. But at the end of the day, is it that big of a deal? I'm honestly going to leave that up to you guys. I care about 60 FPS. I don't necessarily care about the resolution. We all have different setups. We all have different gaming environments. So some people will be upset, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And at the moment, there's no changing that. Anyways, guys, we have a ton of Biomutant content planned for you at launch. Tons of videos, guides, reviews, all the things you've come to know and love from our channel. So if you like our content and you want more Biomutant videos in your feed, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you guys do like Legacy Gaming and you want to help us out even more, you can now become a member. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you're helping evolve the channel and take our community to that next level. Check out the join button below to learn more. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.